Hey guys, welcome to episode 2 in my milling series here. Hopefully, you guys that watched that first one got something out of it or enjoyed watching it or something like that. I'm not quite sure. This is still kind of written in jello how this is going to go. If each log that I put on the mill is going to be its own episode. I'm thinking if I wasn't filming, it takes me 20-25 minutes to mill the log. When I am filming, it's probably twice that. So if I did multiple logs in a day, that's going to make for one long video. So I may just end up cutting them up into individual videos. Okay, and if there's really nothing special about the log or anything like that, I might just mill it and just kind of move on to the next one, but we'll see. So on to this one here. Like I said, this is my second episode of this, if you want to call it that, in this milling series. But this log that's behind me here, I just washed it off, just gave it a clean cut here on this end. It's my first oak log. So not quite sure what kind of problems that's going to give me. If it's, we're going to see how the machine handles it. And, any hiccups along the way, you guys will be right there with me to see kind of how this goes. So expectations out of this log, these oak logs that are up here kind of sitting around, I really only have one need for them, and that's to get a 6x6 post out of them. Those posts are going to be used to help build the shed that's going to go over this mill. Okay, so this is down the road a little bit, but because it was so muddy down the hill this morning, I didn't want to go down there and tear things up with the four-wheeler and just make things worse just because it rained all day yesterday. So these were up here, they're available, it needs to get done, and well, heck, this is just providing entertainment for you guys. So yeah, so expectation 6x6 posts. Other things I would like to get out of it might be some 2x material. I would like to use these oak 2x for some stair treads down on the cabins, maybe something like that. Not going to use any for flooring, at least out of my stuff here. I have another plan for that from another mill who's got some that has been sitting around for some time, so we might get into that at some point, but I'm a long way away from putting flooring down in the cabin, so we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So let's take a look at the log, and then I'll show you kind of what I might be fighting with here with this one, all right? All right, I took some measurements here. Width across here is 17 inches, just about 13 inches on the small end, okay? So there is a little bit of a bell to it. When I made this cut down on this end, I don't know how well this will show through. It looks like there's a little rot going on in here. So I'm not sure. I imagine somebody right now is screaming at their monitor, or their computer screen, whatever they're reading this on or watching this on, saying don't waste your time, or it's not going to do anything, just mill it up. Well, that's kind of the attitude I'm going to take, and rest of it looks really pretty good, and the other end does not have this little bit of rot that's down inside here. So like I said, 6x6, and then maybe any 2x material we might get out of this, we shall see. But take a look at how this log is kind of shaped. I don't know if it comes through real well, but down on that other end there is quite the little kink in it. All right, this log is 10 feet, just over 10 feet, maybe about 10.3, 10.4, and it is definitely not straight. So there is that little kink down there towards that end. It's also got it's got a little bow in it. I don't know if I can, what would be the best way to show this, but there's definitely some bits and bobs I got to kind of work around on this thing here. So as I look at it and get it up on the mill, if a 6x6 is all I can get out of it, just because it's how it's shaped, I would call that a win. But hopefully we'll be able to do something else with it. We'll see. So you guys will be along for the ride. So right now I rotated the log over so that the bow is kind of the highest point. So now the front end down there, I'm going to try and match the pith level with the front end using my toe board. So despite there being a pretty good size bow in the log itself, the pith only needs to come up about 1 inch on the small end. Okay, I've got the small end raised up now. Pith is about level, but I still have a massive hump in the middle, so I'm just gonna try and just lop it off little by little. So one of the things I just noticed was this cut. Now this log was sitting over there by all those slabs, and this cut, I apparently, as I was cutting the slabs, cut down into this log. So I mean, I may have ruined the entire log. At least as far as a post goes. But we'll see. We'll get this thing rotated. We'll see how it goes. I had other stuff I knew was kind of superficial, but that one there, that looks like it goes through it pretty good. So totally screwed up on my part. Well, we'll see what happens. Well, guys, this has turned into a real show here that I don't know if I painted myself in the corner. It's probably the case. But here's what I can tell right now. Right now I'm sitting with an 8x8 cant. Okay, so I got to take 2 inches away from each dimension. And here's what I'm having trouble with. This here, if I take off 2 inches off this dimension and that dimension, that would probably get rid of this. But it would not get rid of this. So this is still, I mean, that is really bent right there. I'm not sure if I should have, my first cut should have been kind of on that angle. Like my log should have been turned another, I don't know, 30 degrees, so that was facing up. I'm not sure. In any case, I'm not going to be able to get a clean 6x6 out of this. So yeah, so I'm just thinking, should I just start lopping off 2x material and use that for treads? Because there's no way this down here, there's no way I'm going to get rid of this. That is really in there. Okay, all right, let me think about it and we'll see what's going on. All right, guys, let's take a look and see how we ended up. Okay, here's the end of my, this is a 6x6 now, so that's the end of that. Here is what one of the things I was trying to get rid of. So that, obviously, I didn't get rid of it. So, I mean, it's still in there, maybe 1.5 inches or so, something like that, on a, you know, a funny angle. But, you know, other than that, I got all of the wane off. And, yeah, it's really, I got a funny knot here. I got a little bit of blade rise there, not much. But that's definitely a, I don't know. So I'll dust it off. I don't know what I'll use this for. I could probably hide that, you know, around the back corner or something like that. But, yeah, this will get used for sure. This will get used for sure. It's not going to waste. Probably could have done a better job of looking at the log. I really didn't know some of that stuff was there until it was too late. And then, you know, the rest of it will just chalk up to inexperience. And, you know, I just got to do a better job at some things. So. But I did get some 2x material out of it. Again, not great. It's got a lot of live edge on it here, wane here and there. And, you know, then down here in some of them, you know, of course, it's got that cut in it. So, yeah, really, really just funky. Well, anyway, this is where I'm going to end it for this second episode 2 of the milling series, I guess is what you would call it. So yeah, this is how we ended up. Not great. Again, you win some, you lose some, and I might chalk this up as a loss. It's you know, I'm not going to get rid of the material. I'm certainly going to find a way to use it. But I think coming out of a log that size, I should have been able to get some better material. All right, guys, hang in there. We got some more logs coming.